Shocking news. Jamie Dornan finally admits that his love for Dakota is just a temporary feeling. Hollywood, early September. In an exclusive interview broadcast on British national television, Jamie Dornan, the actor famous for his role as Christian Grey, stunned the entertainment industry when he admitted, "The love I once had for Dakota Johnson was just a temporary feeling. For me, family is always the number one priority. There was no dramatic background music, no media fanfare. Just Jamie, sitting across from veteran journalist Fiona Harper, in the minimalist setting of a small wooden room in Ireland. He was calm, his eyes distant. But it was from that calmness that millions of fans felt the heaviness of the confession. I used to believe I loved her. I don't deny that Dakota is an extraordinary woman. But when I left the spotlight, when I returned home, looked into my wife's eyes, looked at my children, I realized, the feelings I had for Dakota were not true love. It was something that was flammable, explosive, but could not stay warm for long." The news spread like wildfire. Major newspapers simultaneously carried the headline, "Jamie Dornan officially closes the door on the past with Dakota Johnson." From Los Angeles to London, people were talking non-stop. Some blamed him for being cruel. Others supported the choice of a responsible man, but elsewhere, Dakota Johnson has yet to speak out. Dakota, silence is the most heartbreaking answer. Not long after Jamie's stormy statement, paparazzi caught Dakota Johnson leaving the studio in New York alone, where she was filming a new movie. She wore a thick coat, a woolen hat, and black glasses that covered almost half of her face. But the lens could not hide her haggard appearance and red, swollen eyes. Dakota has always been a strong woman. She once said, "I grew up amidst the scandals and lies of Hollywood. But love is something I never thought would turn into a wound." Fans feel that Dakota does not deserve to be hurt like that. The relationship between her and Jamie used to be something that made global audiences dream. After the 50 Shades series, although both of them denied their love in real life, the sweet interactions, affectionate looks, and private trips together all seemed like unverified evidence. Dakota once shared in an interview, "We understand each other better than anyone. I don't know what will happen in the future, but I believe what we have is special." And now, that special thing is wrapped up by Jamie in the phrase temporary emotions. For Dakota, it was like a knife. Love is not big enough to hold each other together. Hollywood has seen many relationships swept away by fame, but the relationship between Jamie and Dakota makes people regret because of the honesty they once showed. People who worked with the couple said that during filming, they spent a lot of time outside of work to talk and share about their personal lives. There were nights when they sat together under the backstage lights, talking about loneliness, the pressure of fame, and the desire for a love that was not scrutinized. Jamie once confided, "There were times when I felt like Dakota was the only person who understood me. But that doesn't mean I have the right to destroy my family because of that feeling." He chose to return to his wife, Amelia Warner, and 3 young children. His life is peaceful in the Irish countryside, far from Hollywood and gossip. Meanwhile, Dakota, alone, continues to run after her filming schedule, attend events, and face the press every day. A close source revealed, Dakota is not angry. But she is very hurt. She was hoping, maybe not right now, but one day, Jamie will come back. A family man or a coward in love? The online community is clearly divided into 2 opinions. One side criticizes Jamie Dornan as a coward, afraid of true love, choosing safety instead of bravely living with his feelings. They think that admitting Dakota is just a temporary feeling is a serious lack of respect, especially for someone who was a co-star, a confidant, and even a silent lover for many years. On the contrary, many people voiced their support. They praised Jamie as a symbol of a modern man who knows when to stop. That his choice was the right one, to keep the family together, to avoid letting his children grow up in a broken home. Jamie didn't cheat on Dakota. He just couldn't love her forever when he knew there were other people who needed him more, wrote a comment that received thousands of likes on Twitter. Dakota Johnson, the woman who didn't need anyone to choose. A week after Jamie's confession, Dakota finally spoke up. In an interview with Harper's Bazaar magazine, she did not deny her special relationship with Jamie, but she was not sad either. "We had very real moments. But sometimes, real things don't last long. I'm not angry with Jamie. I just regret that the feelings weren't big enough for both of us." She smiled, her eyes no longer wet. "If someone thinks I'm not important enough to stay, I will not take it back. I am a woman. I do not need anyone to choose me to see my worth." Dakota's words were shared widely, becoming a symbol of the strength and independence of modern women. Many people called her the uncrowned queen of broken but unbroken hearts. Love, when it is sincere, it can still be temporary. The story of Jamie and Dakota makes the public think about love once again. Does true love mean forever? There are passionate, intense emotions that make people think they cannot live without each other. But in the end, love is also a choice. Choosing to stay, choosing to leave, choosing who is a priority in life. Jamie chose. Dakota accepted. Not every love affair ends in marriage. There are love affairs that, even without a happy ending, are still a beautiful chapter in everyone's life. Conclusion: wounds heal, memories remain. In October, Dakota appeared on the red carpet of the Venice Film Festival. She wore a white dress, her hair loose and natural, her face radiant. When asked about Jamie, she just smiled lightly. "He used to be a very beautiful part of my youth." In the distance, Jamie Dornan is living peacefully with his family. He rarely appears in public, focusing on small roles and his inner life. They have passed each other. They may never meet again. But the whole world knows, there was something very real between them, even though it could not go all the way. "I loved him with everything I had. But now, I love the peace inside me more." Dakota Johnson.